I showed you how we can register a sponsor or an invited delegate to the event and make them register. And now I'll show you how we can do group registrations. For example, someone, let's take an essence, there's a company and there's a CEO of the company and a COO of the company, and they have a founding office person who is going to register on behalf of them as a group manager. So, in effect, the CEO and the COO would be group members, and that founding office person is the he's the group manager. Now, how do we register as group? Let's click on this link, and again, I'll show you this end to end. I'll create a new incognito window and paste this link. Now I'm here, so let me just sign up with new credentials. Let's say Currinda group user at gmail.com. I'll copy the same, and then I'll say Mr. Currinda group manager, and let's select their gender as male, or let's say non-binary, and let's skip the organization and sign up. Now my sign up is successful and I'm getting to log in. Yeah, now I'm logged in. Now you can see this is the place how you can register. This is the button you can click on and start your registration process. Yeah, but the group registration is done by clicking here. You can see the groups menu on the left side. I can click here and it leads me to the group section. Now there are two approaches to this. To register one of your managed users for this event, select them from the drop down list below. To register a user that you do not manage, enter their email below. Alright, so let's say I have someone who is not registered on Currinda, not Currinda user at gmail.com, and we'll click on register. And if I had previously managed anyone in any event inside of Currinda, their list would appear here. But since that's not the case, we'll be going with this. Also, we have the ability to enter the invite code for delegates. So how does it work? Let's go back to the admin side, and you can see if I hover on registration, click on setup, I reach the host organization. Now I click on attendees, and now inside of attendees you can see for the sponsors are invited, we have a group invite code. Now let's assume that the CEO was invited and we copy this group code for them and go back to the user panel. Now we are here, we'll also paste in the invite code. Let's say the person is invited and let's say register. Now we'll be led to a different page, the registration panel for the group registration. Now this user, since it does not exist inside of Currinda, it will be prompted for us to set up the credentials, login credentials. So let's say the same, let's put in the password, and now let's Mr. CEO, invited CEO, let's say his name is invited CEO, and their gender is prefer not to respond, and let's click on next. Now they do not have a membership and I do not want to take the membership of this one, so I'll click on next. I have an invited code that I had put in, so my invited registration is going to look like this, and I can click on this. And now again I'm going to be asked this question: would you be willing to sell your registration to someone else in case you don't want to register? I'll say no and click on agree, and then I'll click on next. Now I have the name tag here and I don't want to change anything about it. Let's click on next. And now we are in the extra information page. I want to fill in just no, I will not be volunteering in future events. And my standard inbuilt questions are here. Let's say I do not answer any of them and click on next, and we reach the add-on page. Now we can select welcome reception here, and let's say dinner for one, and click on next. Then we can see the accommodation, and now that I have not added any accommodation lists or any accommodations, I can select I can just go next. Now what's worth noting here is that there is no payment page, which is because of a reason. Now if I just go back to the group summary after this, I'm on the group summary page now. Now you can see I have currently registered delegates as member details. I have an invited CEO which has a registration of invited full registration early bird, and they have $10 worth of registration, no memberships, add-ons, and then some extras which I haven't answered. And now you can see their outstanding payment is $25. Okay, now you can see how that happens is invited CEO costs $25, and Currinda group manager, who doesn't have a registration of himself, is paying $0. Now we can make this payment by clicking on make payment, which leads us to a group payment page and which looks similar. We can apply a discount code here as well, and we'll do one thing, we'll do a pay by invoice here and confirm payment. And with this we have concluded our group registration flow. Thank you.